existing category, which has new aspirational buyers, and you're trying to cater to them. Somebody wants to buy Adidas, but somebody's looking at a new age brand because they want to experiment, right? They want to try something new that is affordable, comfortable, and scalable. It sustains. Then you have your prudence. Prudence means that are you just following a league? In today's day and time, and I'm not just building Assiduus, I have a family office that invests in brands and in funds that invest in brands, and I've invested in many brands, and some of the big ones are old care bills and so on. When you're looking at what they're disrupting, there has to be an innate need that has been validated, and that can only be possible if you reverse engineer the process. Question is, are you looking to become an HUL or you're going to get acquired by the HUL? You need to have a clear strategy, because you can't do both. It is not going to work. Second is, if you do not control the manufacturing, remember in your P&L you need to factor that, right? Because if your cost of production does not manage the value chain at the end of the day, what are you going to offer the end consumer? So why I talked about the passion and the prudence and why data plays a significant role. 30 years back, it was a primary data where the third-party seller, which is a retailer, is selling the product. You know how much you supplied to your wholesale, to your master distributor, wholesaler, retailer. That's how you did your math, which SKU is doing well. With today's reverse engineering, which is more secondary data from marketplaces, from your own D2C stores, you now know what the consumer is going to buy and how they're going to buy. And here I'm going to give an example. 6 years back, we launched Cipla on all the marketplaces. Because one, most of the products, OTC products, can be sold online, except for scheduled H drug, you can sell everything online. But most importantly, when doctors prescribe these, they would go to the pharmacy stores, local, and they say they're out of stock, they want to buy in bulk, they would go online and look for it. They would not supply it. One of their biggest selling products is Nicotex. A lot of smokers here. Some of you may have tried quitting and have tried buying Nicotex. Before Assiduus was in the picture, they thought their biggest consumer was coming from Mumbai, Chennai, and so on and so forth. Suddenly now, they reverse engineered and they figured out the biggest buying segment is actually from West Bengal. They started doing retail activation using this data in West Bengal, and they figured the most amount of people, not just smoking, looking to quit smoking, came from that segment. So you see the power of what data does. Now this is for a new age brand, Oreo, right? When they want to enter the GCC market, a lot of you may not be aware, especially in health, personal care, and consumable, there are insane amount of regulations that are there to protect the end consumer and also the brand. If you try going to UAE to sell your products and you're in this category, you have to get product registrations. The product registrations can be done only if you have a general trading license there, or you are controlling the supply chain program. Now imagine for a brand, if they have to do all of that, it hits their bottom line. For a new age brand, it impacts them in a huge way because they may not be able to scale within the region, but there's a huge demand outside. Shilajit is one of the highest searched products, not just in India and GCC, but worldwide. But it's regulated. You can't just sell Shilajit everywhere, right? So now you need a partner that can get the registration done because Shilajit falls under MOH, especially regulated. It's a sexual wellness product. And in some places, sexual wellness is a taboo. You can't sell the products directly. Condoms sell at a 10x than what it sells in India and GCC. It's a regulated category. Not everybody can register a condom and sell there. So now, imagine how disruption happens. What do you want to do? Like I said in the first point, reach the end consumer at the fastest route and the lowest cost. Why would you do everything when you can get a partner to do it? And if that partner now gives you data, like he said, you know that India is an insane market for gifting at an ASP of 200 to 350, 360, where people are ready to buy the good. And one of the gentlemen asked here that how is that different than e-commerce versus marketplace? I'll give you a simple example. We sell Red Bull. 1P seller on the marketplaces, and we also do their B2B and B2C. You know when a consumer buys in quick commerce? When they want the Red Bull then and there. But when they buy a pack of 12, they go and buy it on Amazon and Flipkart because the discounting is better. So now you need to know how your consumers behave on different platforms, so you devise a different strategy and now multiply it by country. So growth today is a parallel working phenomenon. You identify within your product portfolio SKUs that do well on your platform, bundling that will do well on each platform, and how your B2B, B2C, your general trade versus your modern trade, and your cross-border strategy. Because if you're just building for one region or one nation, you can't scale. It is impossible. You need to think about that in advance and factor that into your behavior. So I hope that answered the question, but these are the fundamentals, and why I said this, I built my own brands and I've learned what not to do. And what not to do is the biggest lesson for any brand. So look around and see what are people doing that they're big, and focus on value creation, not valuation. Value creation is